Aloha and welcome to Ascension Alliance Hawaii. First off, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers here to my channel. You are very much appreciated and loved and supported by all, by the universe. And for also my new subscribers, thank you so much. So much love and aloha goes out to you all. Something I really wanted to go into tonight, it's evening here, about 10:45 p.m. and I've been wanting to, discuss and talk about this topic for quite some time, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers, content creators discussing the topic of the law of attraction, manifestation, abundance, and all those yummy-licious things that goes on within manifesting. Now, there's so many different ways to attract things to you, whether it is positive and or negative or all of the above, and then some and or less. There are also different ways, multiple avenues actually of manifesting things into our lives. And to me, what stands out the most is being in that space of gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness for all there is, for all of the blessings that each and every one of us has received throughout our entire lives. And these blessings also include trials and tribulations. As much as we may not see it that way, it surely does, because personally, in my own humble opinion, these trials and tribulations are actually disguised as opportunities for us to learn, to grow, to overcome things within our lives, within ourselves, to help us to further our growth spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, perhaps even financially. So yes, indeed, there are so many ways going into this law of attraction and or manifestation. I don't need to go more in depth of it because there's so many videos out here that you can naturally just look up and hop into, and everybody has a different point of view, opinions, different ways of going about it. But a great deal of it has to do with gratitude and thankfulness of all of your blessings, of everything actually that is going on with you, no matter how dire things may seem or look on the outside, as well as perhaps on the inside too. But gratitude is a huge one, and being in that space at all times is not an easy task for a lot of us, most of us. But I believe once everyone or anyone, maybe individually and or collectively, gets into the swing of being in that space, they will more or less come to that understanding of how manifesting works for them in their own lives on multiple levels as well. Now, we could also throw in there affirmations. Affirmations are very strong, and it's a powerful tool to use as well. Everyone does different types of affirmations. They do it at different intervals, different days, or daily or nightly, or they incorporate that into their meditation, which is really great to do as well. But it's like in that affirmation, you are wholeheartedly placing your entire energy and being into that affirmation, whatever it may be, however you create it out to be, to assist and support and help you draw whatever it is that you desire so much, attract to you. Perhaps it may be a new job, it may be a relationship, it may be more money, it may be anything. There's a certain way or ways of doing this, and everyone has their own combinations. No two are alike is what I'm finding out. It's conducive to the individual. We may draw from other people's experiences of manifesting, but eventually we're going to tweak it to our own, making it all our own, and doing it the way that is more conducive to us, to our thought processes, our belief processes, and how we can manifest best for ourselves in our lives. Now, for myself, I can't speak for everyone else, but for myself, I simply stay in that space of gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness, and I surrender literally everything, whatever is going on in my thoughts, in my entire being. I flush it out of my system and I shoot it out to the universe, and I surrender it to the universe, and I simply allow the universe to handle all the beautiful, amazing, wonderful details, because the universe does know exactly what you need, and then so much more that you have not even imagined. The universe will bring so much more to you without you even thinking or have even thought about that to occur. So while we manifest, know that we're manifesting everything in detail. You don't want to leave anything out. You want to put in all the intricate details as much as possible, and simply let it all go. You just blow it out to the universe, and just allow the universe to handle everything, and just forget about it. Basically, that's it. Because I know some of these channels, that's part of what they're talking about as well. They let it go and forget about it, and just go on your daily life and do your daily things, and have a positive outlook of things, positive, constructive, productive outlook of things, and continue moving forward. And before you know it, synchronicity will begin to occur, and boom, 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 things will start aligning for you in ways that you could never even imagine or dream of, or could even create yourself. The universe does it all for you beautifully. Now I'll give you an example. I usually like to use myself for examples because it's much more, to me it's more powerful. And this example was in the 80s, and it was so beautiful as I think about it now. In the 80s, the late 80s, I really had the strongest desire. That's another thing when you're manifesting, to have a strong desire. I had the strongest desire to go to Japan. I had no money, no way of even thinking about how I would get there. Just that the desire was so strong. And with all of that thoughts and planning going on in my mind, in my entire being, the universe caught wind of it and grabbed a hold of it. And before you know it, I was on my way to Japan, not once, but twice. And the first time that I went to Japan, I auditioned. I was a professional singer, and I had auditioned to join a group here that was going to Japan. I had no idea if I was going to make the audition or not, but I went for it, and I got the part on this audition, and I ended up becoming the MC of this show that was not only going up there, but it was for 6 months, and I was being paid for this for the 6 months as well. The trip was paid for, everything was paid for, food, lodging, and I was getting paid at the same time. So the universe handled everything that I didn't even think about. Now, that was just one example. Another example, more recently, well, sort of, kind of, was back in either 2018, I believe. Yeah, it was 2018. When I first got wind of the Tucson Gem shows through YouTube videos here, and I was just amazed because I'm also into crystals as well. With all these crystal shows being showed throughout different channels in the Tucson Gem shows, I was getting so hyped up, and I was thinking, how come I haven't heard of this before? And I was watching continuously over and over, and inside of me was building and building and saying, I want to go there. I'm there already. I'm already there. My thoughts were like, I'm going, I'm gone, I'm there already. I'm walking these places and checking everything out. And I had no money at that time. I was working, but I had no money, and saved up for a plane ticket, let alone the lodging amount of money and spending money as well. None of that. I had none of that planned out. And before you know it, the universe grabbed a hold of that strong desire of mine, and it planned the entire trip for me, to the point where I got off on that allotted time from work, and I had a couple thousands with me to go, money of my own, the trip paid for, and I found a lodging place to stay, and it was simply incredible from start to completion. Going there, it was as if I was being drawn there, from some amazing crystal forces, which I truly love. But you see, throughout all of these examples I'm sharing with you, I never gave up hope, and I believed, and I trusted in something outside of me. I trusted in a greater source, in the universe. I just put my absolute trust in everything. outside of me that saw everything through and through, and even more than I could even imagine for myself. I mean, the details are just beyond me, so anyone can do this. If I can do this, anyone can do this, and you can do this for anything and everything in your lives. More financial stability, a trip, a significant other, a relationship, a better job, more pay, despite what's going on around you on the outside. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, the world could be falling apart, but the universe will catch wind of your strongest desire, and it'll grab a hold of it and magically make it even bigger than you have ever imagined. Now, I don't know if this is helping anyone, but I hope it does. Maybe you can take some tidbits from it, tweak it all to your own thing here. But I've came to that realization that continuously being in that space of gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness of all there is, all that you have already been blessed with, is key to manifesting greater things beyond your wildest dreams. Never doubt yourself. Never disbelieve, despite what you are going through or you're experiencing, because all of that will magically transform into something much bigger, much greater than what you've imagined. Now I'm still in that manifestation stream. I am still in that gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness stream, to the point where it's literally oozing out of me. And every seemingly second of the day, if I'm sitting here or there relaxing, I'm sitting in that relaxing space of gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness of all of my blessings. Literally surrendering everything out, everything inside of me, just emptying myself out and allowing the universe to handle all the beautiful details. Now, however you do it, be sure to place that gratitude as a priority. That is the key to manifesting anything and everything of your desire. You could also manifest quite the opposite. It depends on your mindset. So it's up to you and your mindset, because in my mindset, I keep seeing positive outcomes, positive outlooks, constructive and productive things, a continuous flow of abundance, wealth, prosperity, and success, and it continues to flow. It's just amazing. I don't figure it out. I don't want to, bombard my head, my mind, and how things really work, because that doesn't matter to me, because the universe will handle it the way that it needs to be handled, as best as it can be handled, for myself, for my situation, all the way around, despite what goes on, despite what happens. As long as I am back into that space of gratitude, and I bring myself back, I catch myself, and I bring myself back into gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness for all there is and all of my blessings. That's basically how I do things. And wow, everything just flows, it streamlines continuously in the most beautiful and profound ways of abundance. I mean, abundance, success, wealth, prosperity is defined differently from everyone. So, on a social status, abundance, prosperity, wealth, success could mean a really good paying job, a nice car, a beautiful home, and all of those material things. But to me, the utmost abundance and prosperity and wealth and success is within. Being rich within. Everything else on the outside is like supplemental. It's a support system. But yeah, if you can build that prosperity and wealth and success and abundance within you, everything else will follow. Everything else cannot help but to follow. So stay in that space of gratitude, appreciation, and abundance at all times. That is key. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Aloha.